Welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're looking at the middle of the month to the end of the month of January 2026. So this is going to cover January 15th through 31st, 26 for all the fire signs. So that would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on for all you fire signs for the middle of the month. This is our middle of the month energy check-in reading. See what's going on for the rest of the month of January. So let's see what's going on for all you fire signs. As always, please hit that like button so that this will go out to other fire signs that need to see it. And it helps the channel to grow and get this information out to more people. And please hit subscribe so that you will get future videos I put out if you haven't already. And thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you supporting the channel. And also, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. So let's see what's going on for the middle of the month to the end of the month of January. It's like I feel, it's like it's hard to believe it's like, coming up to the middle of the month. And I'm thinking, yeah, before you know it, it's going to be spring. It's going to go real fast. All right, let's see. What is the energy for fire signs for the middle or the end of January 2026? What is the energy for fire signs? What is the energy? All right, let's see what's going on. I struggle with winter because it's just I don't do well with the cold. I'm cold natured, so it's like I spend spend the whole winter in a hat and wrapped up in the blanket. And today I've got my heavy Irish wool sweater on, if you can see it, because it's cold here today. The Hermit, Ace of Wands, Page of Cups. All right, Three of Swords. Ooh, the Devil. Five of Cups. And the six or Eight of Cups. Sorry, Eight of Cups. All right. Let's move this up a little bit on my cloth here so I can see it better. Okay, so coming into the middle of the month, there's this okay, this is interesting. Coming into the middle of the month, fire signs, there's this offer coming into you. And it's a small offer, it's a page, so it's not like a huge grand offer, right? It's more of a small offer, but I feel like it's an offer of love that's coming in for you. And I definitely feel like this is a love reading right off the bat. And it's like maybe it's somebody coming to you and they confess their feelings for you and they offer you a relationship, or they want to take things to the next level with you, right? They're telling you how they feel and they're offering you a relationship. So this is in your past position. So maybe it's already happened for some of you. If it hasn't, it's coming in now, but it's either coming in now or already happened. And so looking at this, it's like we're gonna go with it's already happened because I feel like majority of you that's the case. So maybe it's something that happened over the holidays. Maybe they came and confessed their feelings for you over the holidays, or in the weeks, like the week or two after the holiday, something like that. So, but it's in the past position, so it's already happened. And right away it puts you in this hermit mode, this offer. So you're like, okay, so you're doing some deep introspection and you could very well be like, give me some time to think about it. I need to think about it. Give me some time to think about it. And you're trying to follow your inner knowing, and it's like you're doing deep thoughts about this introspection. And it's like what's interesting though is the atmosphere that you're in is in the Three of Swords. So I feel like this person that's coming in with this offer, it's like it could be somebody who you have like you had a past relationship with and things fizzled out. So maybe you were in a relationship with them and it ended badly and things did not go well. And you're kind of like you were heartbroken over this situation with this person, like heartbroken, sadness, and it did not go well. And so it's like maybe they came back around, and I'm hearing over the holidays. So maybe like I was right. It's something that just happened or recently or getting ready to happen. They come back and they're like, maybe they give you an apology, they want to try again. They're trying to they're kind of like coming back around after things have not ended well with this person in the past. And you're like, let me think about it. It puts you in introspection mode because of what you went through in the past with this person. But what I'm looking at with these cards coming up, we'll get to that, but but they're coming back around. And I do feel like, maybe they're apologizing. They're, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, blah, 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 that kind of thing. But they definitely broke your heart in the past. So there was some kind of falling out or something that happened between the two of you, that wasn't good. And you definitely were heartbroken over it. And it could be in the recent past, like maybe they came back around and they're like coming back around during the holidays, and maybe, you broke up or this happened not long before the holidays. It could be, like the fall of last year or something like that. But there's definitely like you were heartbroken and sad. But the situation is, and you're thinking about it, but the situation is you're ready for a passionate new beginning. And the universe is like trying to give this to you. See that little hand there? That's a divine. He's giving this to you, and he wants this passionate new beginning for you. That's what you want for yourself. So you're thinking about it, right? You're thinking about what they said, you're doing introspection, but you're trying to follow your inner knowing over here, inner light, because this is what you really want's a passionate new beginning. But but this is what I have in the current energy. So this is somebody that has hurt you in the past, or that you're heartbroken in the past, coming back around. I'm hearing, apologizing, trying to get you back. And it's like, but you want a passion new beginning in your life, and you've got some deep introspection going on. But I feel like because of the heartbreak that happened in the past with this person, you've been in this hermit mode for quite some time, because you've been thinking and processing what happened and thinking about it. And it's like, I feel like you've grown a lot since things fizzled out between you and this person. It's like you've grown a lot. But what I can tell you is in the near future, and now I'm not going to show you, but well, I guess I could show you this part. You've got the devil card. So I feel like this is in the current energy, what I just showed you. So it's like, you're thinking about it. That's all happening now. You want a passionate beginning, but you still got this, that heartbreak that happened with this person. But what I'm feeling is when I'm in the near future, you're going to find out that this person, it's like they're all fluff and no substance. So they're coming back around. And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. I'll change. I'll be better, blah, blah, blah." It's like they're trying to schmooze you over, but their intention is the devil. So it's like they might be portraying that they're going to change, that they're going to do all these things. Things are going to be so much better this time around, but it's not. It's not, because inside it's like they're looking at this from a selfish perspective. Okay, they're looking at it from a low vibrational place. So they're not looking at it in a enlightened place of, I caused you this sadness and heartbreak, and I genuinely feel sorry about it, and I genuinely want to make amends. That's not what they're doing. That's not how they feel. They're looking at it from a low vibrational, selfish viewpoint. They're looking at it about how being in a relationship with you again will benefit them. So maybe it was a one-sided relationship and it was unbalanced and they were taking advantage of you in different ways, and you got tired of it or whatever, you know, and things ended with this person. And now they realize that you're not in their life anymore. They want you back for whatever reason, to straighten their life out for them or to take care of them, or, it's not because they genuinely feel sorry for what they've done. They genuinely want to make things better with you. It's not about you at all. Um, I'm hearing they're very selfish and they're like emotionally immature, and it's they want to get back with you because it's going to be better for them. Like they'll benefit from it if they get back with you. And that's why they're pushing so hard. That's why they came back around with this little offer to try to sweeten you up to get you back. But it's like down deep inside, their intentions are lower vibrational. Their intentions are selfish and self-centered. It's not about you. And and it's like there was some advice I have here for you, fire signs, is there was some sadness and grief and loss when things broke up with this person. Maybe you spent a couple years with them, and so it's like there was definitely some loss that you felt and some heartbreak, because don't forget, we got this Three of Swords here. So you definitely, it was rough. It was like rough leaving this relationship behind. And you went through this period of time where, it was really hard. It was a hard breakup. And you went through like, sadness and grief and loss and heartbreak. And we went through all those emotions. But I feel like you have grown a lot since then, since the end of this relationship. And it's kind of like, when a horse has blinders on, to keep them focused on the front. It's like the blinders that were taken off with this person. So when things when things ended with this person, and I'm not sure how it ended, but I don't feel like it was good. I feel like it wasn't a good ending. But it's like now, once you got away from that energy, away from their lower vibrational energy, then you could see the relationship for what it was. And you started to realize that, hey, wait a minute, this wasn't a balanced relationship. They didn't have my best interests at heart. Like they were selfish. They just cared about themselves. And because that's their personality. Like part of it, they're just a selfish person. And they have emotional immaturity as well. But that's part of who they are as their personality. And it's like maybe you were like, you looking at them with rose-colored glasses before, but once the relationship ended, you focused on yourself and healing, and you raised your vibration out of that. And you started to see the relationship for what it really was, which was unhealthy and toxic. And you don't want that anymore. Like you want a passionate new beginning, but it's like you're ready to move, out of this. Like you don't want to go back to that type of situation. So the other advice card, this is what you're going to do. You're going to end up walking away from them, like telling them no thanks and moving on and starting this passionate new beginning for yourself. And I don't see anybody else coming in anytime soon. But it's like you're doing it. It's like you're restarting your life. You're starting a passionate new path for yourself. And you're like telling this person no thanks and you're walking away from it, because you realize that going back to them is going to put you back into this toxic, low vibe type situation of the devil. And you don't want that because you've grown so far. I mean, you've grown a lot since then. And so you don't want that. So the devil energy, the devil card here is in the near future. So it's kind of like you're still thinking about what they said and you're still like in the current energy. You're thinking about what they said. You're thinking about the heartbreak they caused you, but you're going to realize that this person's intentions with you aren't genuine. They're not wholesome. They're not, about you. you're going to realize what their true intentions are for coming back around, which is to make their life easier, which is to make them, help them out. It's all about them and what they can get from you and how they can benefit from the relationship. And you're going to figure that out, and you're going to feel it. Like, I'm hearing you're going to energetically feel it. Like, you're going to feel the difference because you've been out of it long enough and away from that energy of them, that it's like when you come back around them, it's like you're going to be able to pick up on, oh, their energy's really low. Like, they're not being honest with me about what they really want with this, like why they're coming back around. And you're going to pick up on that. Like, you're going to figure that out. And maybe it's like you're intuitively going to feel that way, and you start doing some digging, and you find out that, yes, indeed, your intuition's right. Like, their reason for coming back around isn't good. It's all self-serving, and you figure that out. But you are going to figure it out. But I feel like you're going to feel that. You're going to feel it first intuitively that there's something off here. You're going to kind of feel that, you need to look into this, that what's their true motives behind wanting to get back with you. But I just feel like when it comes down to it, you're going to figure out their true motives are selfish and about themselves. But I feel like, and you realize like what they're saying, oh, they're going to change and things. None of that's true. Like, you realize that's all a bunch of like puff and smoke, right? It's not true. So it's like, and you're going to remember what they put you through in the past, and you just don't want to go down that road again with them. Like, you're like, I'm done with this. But I think a lot of it is you really want this new passionate beginning for yourself. Like, you've come so far since you broke up with this person that it's like you have no desire to go back to that toxic and stuff again. Like, you're not going to put up with it again. You're not going to go back because you've grown. So you decide just to walk away. And you're just going to like tell them no thanks and just get on with your life and build this new life for yourself, a passionate new beginning for yourself. And you're going to be much happier. You're going to be much happier, like, just starting a new life for yourself. But like I said, right now, you're thinking about it, reflecting on the heartbreak. You want that passion new beginning, but in the near future, and I feel it's going to be soon. So when I say near future, of course, you know, energetic timing, is different than our Earth time. But I feel like it's going to happen pretty soon where you figure it out, like what their true intentions are. And your intuition's going to help guide you with that. And you're going to be like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'm not interested. And you're going to figure out that you're going to listen to your intuition. You're going to feel it. Because you ever notice that, like, if you've been away from somebody, like after you've grown energetically and you're around someone that's lower vibrational again, it's like you feel that right away. And you're going to feel that right away. You're going to feel like that that shift, because and you didn't before when you were in a relationship with them, because you were in that lower vibrational energy with them because the situation was toxic and low vibrational. So it was kind of holding you in that lower vibrational energy. But now that you've been out of it for a while, you're like, wait a minute, you'll be able to feel that shift, that difference when you're around them again. But yeah, you're going to decide, thanks, but no thanks. You can keep your offer. I don't want it. I'm gonna start a passionate new beginning for myself in my life, what I want. I'm gonna go my own direction. And you're just gonna let it go and tell them no. But that's what I have for you, fire signs. So pretty interesting love reading. I think that I'm glad to see that you're deciding not to go back into that old situation, and you're gonna leave it behind. And I'm excited about that for you. And start this, new passion, new beginning for yourself. It's like you've learned from that situation. You're like, yeah, I don't want that anymore. I'm done. But that's what I have for you, fire signs. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.